guys, and welcome back to the So Cool Brothers Racing Podcast. I'm Justice Sokool Racing, or the Lawman.
And I'm Colby Sokool Racing, or Little Smoke. There was 3 days of racing that we went to last weekend, and 2 of them were at Casey Raceway. Both nights of racing, I ran non-wing and wing, and on the first night in the non-wing car, I started 13th and finished 7th in the feature, and in the wing car, I started 18th and finished 6th in the feature.
Well, good job to you on your night number 1 there, Colby.
Thank you, Justice.
For both nights of racing there at Casey Raceway, I ran my restricted A-class car. On night number 1, I started 11th in the A feature and made my way all the way up to 4th place. I thought I did a really good job for it being our first time there at Casey Raceway, and I was even more ready for night number 2.
On night number 2 in the non-wing car, I started 5th and finished 4th in the feature, and then in the wing car, I started 9th and finished 14th. The racetrack on night 2, it was very slick. It was a one-groove racetrack. Everybody was just rolling the bottom, and if you rolled the bottom really good and you could pass cars, and you could pretty much go to the front and win the race. But night 1, there was a little bit of something up there in the top in my wing, and especially my wing car, because that's how I was able to make up so many positions. But in the wing car on night number 2, it was just so high up there, and you had to make up so much momentum. And I think in the A-class cars there, I don't think they had enough power to really roll it and pass a lot of cars. So I think that's why I lost a lot of positions. But overall, it was a really fun racetrack, and I think I'd go there again.
Yeah, night number 2 was an awesome night of racing there. In the A feature, I started 10th and made my way all the way up to 4th place. Like Colby said, it was a one-groove racetrack there, but I was like, you can't pass a train if you're on the same train tracks as it. So I moved up a lane, and I ran the middle all the way around there, and I was able to pass a bunch of cars. And I bet you if we would have had a couple more laps in that A feature, I probably could have won it.
Well, good job, Justice.
Well, thank you.
Now for our 3rd day of racing. This time was at Nevada Raceway. We only raced there. This was our first time racing there, and we had a lot of fun. And while we were running there, I ran non-wing and wing. In the non-wing A feature, I started 10th and finished 2nd place. And then in the wing car, I started 9th, and I was passing for about, 7th place. And me and the guy I was passing for got tangled up, and then in the results of that, I flipped over, crashed, tore up my top wing and my nose wing and my front axle. But overall, I had a very fun and very great 3 days of racing. I learned a lot. Casey Raceway was really fun, and so was Nevada. How'd you do, Justice?
Well, on the day 3 of racing, like you said, it was at Nevada Raceway. In my heat race, I got the most passing points, which made me the high point earner. I had to choose from 3. I had to put my hand in a bag and grab one chip, which there was 3 of them. One had a 0, one had a 4, and one had a 6. Which that would have been the invert, so they would have inverted either the top 6 if I drew a 6, which means 6 would go to first, and then so on from there. But instead, I got lucky, and I drew a 0. Thankfully, that put me starting on pole, so I led the first 17 laps of the race. And then there towards the end, I got passed for the lead. And while trying to regain that position, I got tangled up with the leader that just became it, and it gave me some right front damage, which then made me fall back a couple positions, and I finished 6th there. All in all, I had an awesome night 3 of racing, and I can't wait to go back to either of those racetracks.
Yeah, Nevada Raceway, it was like Casey Raceway. It was a one-groove racetrack, and that racetrack, it really tore up tires, and we went through a bunch of tires that weekend, or just that day actually. But it was weird. There was nothing up top. Even in the heat race, you could barely pass anybody. It was like a one groove. If you could stay there and keep moving forward and pass cars and not spin your tires a lot, then you can go forward, and obviously it worked out for me.
Yeah, that track there at Nevada, it took some rubber down in 1 and 2, and that was the corner I felt like it was a game changer for a lot of people because it's rubbered down, you have a lot of grip, and you can keep it flat out through that corner. But then 3 and 4 had some ruts in there, and you had to really be careful of those because it could cost you a couple of positions if you hit those wrong.
Yeah, in A-class, I was able to I go in the first corner, kind of breathe in, I'm like, oh, okay, it's got a lot of grip, and I go next time flat foot, and I'm like, holy crap. Our next race is going to be Speed Weeks. It's 5 straight days at 5 different racetracks in Oklahoma. We did it once last year. We had a lot of fun. Tore up a couple wings, but overall, it's all in the learning process, and I had a lot of fun during it. And now that I'll be running non-wing and winged, I think it'll be a lot funner for me.
Well, Colby, there at Senior Speed Weeks, what track are you looking forward to racing?
I think I'm looking forward to obviously Port City because it's my favorite racetrack, but I think Creek County is going to be a really fun one.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think I'm looking forward to Arcoma because last year there, I went and I was leading the A feature and I was leading it and then something happened. A radius rod fell off, but unfortunately I wasn't able to finish the race. But I feel like I'll have a really good shot at most of those tracks this year, and there will be some top competition there to go up against. But I'm really excited.
Yep.
It was round number 3 for the Junior Late Model Esports Next Series. This race was at Lucas Oil Raceway. In that race, I had an awesome heat race, which then put me starting 4th in the A feature. In the A feature, there was a caution on like lap number 2, but then coming into the 1 and 2, coming back to green flag, coming into 1 and 2, the car in front of me spun out, which unfortunately I had nowhere to go, so I got caught up in that wreck, which then put me in pit road, and I went a couple laps down in there. So I came back out, and I was going, and unfortunately I had some technical issues, which made me have a DNF in that race. But I'm really excited for round number 4 at Lucas Oil Raceway also, and I feel like I'll do even better.
Well, good job, Justice. I mean, you're doing really good. You've been really fast in all these races. Just had some bad luck in some of them, but I know you do a lot better next time. And like I said, you just keep getting better every time.
Yeah, I'm really excited, and thank you.
Thank you. And NASCAR, like we said in our last podcast, NASCAR had 4 races in a very short time period. 2 of them were at Darlington, and 2 of them were at Charlotte. Kevin Harvick and Denny Hamlin won at Darlington, and Chase Elliott and Brad Keselowski won at Charlotte Motor Speedway. I was really happy for Chase Elliott to go and win out there at Charlotte Motor Speedway. He also won in the trucks too, but at Darlington, I think we were traveling to Casey Raceway, and I was watching some videos on my phone about the race, and I see Chase Elliott get spun. I'm like, what the heck? Are you serious? But overall, I think it was a really good rebound for him, and I think this is going to be a really great year for him.
Yeah, I think this is, like you said, it's going to be a great year for Chase Elliott Racing and the Cup Series. He already has a win, like you said, and I think it's going to be awesome being able to watch him progress this year. We're going to talk about the T-Town Showdown. I know that we talked about it last week about what it is and about just about the entire thing. The T-Town Showdown went down, and on the first night of racing, on both nights of racing actually, they raced midgets and the non-wing outlaw 600 microsprints. On night number 1 in the midgets, Tyler Courtney won. Good job to you on your win there. Also on night number 1, the non-wing outlaw A feature winner was Frank Flood. Good job to you, Frank Flood, on your win in the non-wing outlaws. Then it was time for night number 2. All those drivers, I'm pretty sure, were pumped up and excited because of that night number 1. I bet you Tyler Courtney thought he was going to have a good shot. On night number 2, Justin Grant came home with the win there in the midgets. And also on night number 2 in the non-wing outlaws, Trey Robb won that one. So good job to both of you guys on night number 2 and everybody on night number 1. And hopefully one day me and you will be there racing either midgets or 600 microsprints.
Yeah, it'd be really awesome if we go there and actually race both and we win both times. That'd be really awesome. But yeah, congratulations to you drivers out there. Now we're going to talk about the Turnpike Challenge. The Turnpike Challenge features PowerRide Lucas Oil National Midgets, PowerRide Lucas Oil West Midgets, and PowerRide Engler Machine and Tool 600 Winged Outlaws. It was supposed to be 4 straight nights of racing, but last night's race was at Creek County Raceway, ended up getting rained out, so it's only going to be 3 nights of racing. The tracks they were supposed to run was Creek County Raceway, but like I said, it got rained out. I-44 Speedway 2 times, and then the final race was going to be at Port City Raceway. I think it's going to be a really great race series because you got a bunch of those big outlaw names in there and big midget names in there, so I think the midget guys can go out there and kick some butt, have a lot of fun at those racetracks, and it'd be really cool to watch them on TV too.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun being able to watch that on TV.
We want to give a big shout out to Z-Max for their awesome apparel that they sent us. Thank you very much.
And we also like to thank Field Clothing for supporting us with all their stuff, and everybody else that supports the Red Army Race Team. And especially we would like to thank our very good friend Hayden Thomas for coming out to Casey Raceway and Nevada Raceway and helping us out there. You're a lot of help, and just thank you very much.
And Logan CV for the awesome apparel that he sent us, because I know we were just looking at some of his apparel and we're like, hey, that's pretty cool. If you guys want some, don't mind my hair, but make sure to go check out some of his apparel, and especially Z-Max too. Thank you guys very much.
Yep, until next time, the Lawman
and Lil Smoke
out. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.